Hey everybody, we're going to be reacting to Wallflower by Jinjer. This is our second time listening to this band. We're really looking forward to it, and let's jump right into it. So, we listened to half the song already. Actually, I'm really liking this song. It's a little different than any song I've heard before. Not just from them. I mean, I've only heard one song from them, but
Yeah.
it's a different kind of feel. And I don't know that I've heard a song where someone's like, "Hey, you have your house. Go home, unwind, be yourself, let loose a little bit, and find yourself." And it actually reminds me, we just did a reaction video. I don't know which of these is coming out first. Of Billie Eilish's song. What was that one called? Like, Why Am I Here? Or something like that?
What was I made for?
What was I made for, right? And it's very reminiscent of that. It almost feels like this has the solution to the other one.
To the question proposed, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? In that song, they're talking about, like, it was basically, you have the face that you present to society, and then you have yourself, right? And this song so far, it's like, look, don't lose yourself in your reaction with the world, in your interactions with the world. Come to your home.
Freudian slip.
Yeah. Come to your home and be yourself. Do the things that are good for your soul. Do the things that bring out you. You know, the world's hostile. This is your fortress. Like, keep that out there. Let yourself free in here. And I love that she's, you know, she adjusts her. You notice it's such a great image that she has there. There's the black wolf and the white wolf, right? There's like the wolves fighting inside you, you know. She goes and she adjusts the white wolf, right? It's like, I've been out too long. That one was, things were kind of getting unbalanced a little bit. I'm coming into my home and I'm readjusting. I'm adjusting things. I'm balancing, finding my balance. And then I love how she gets, and she's like doing the artwork, sets up some scents and some incense for herself, and she's dancing, and just, it's just like, okay, I can just be me in here. Nobody's judging me. Nobody's reacting to my videos in here, you know? And it's just free expression. And I think that that is something that is so important, again, with social media, with YouTube, with all these different things, that we need a way to free ourselves from the masks that we wear. And this is a beautiful portrayal of that.
Yeah. Yeah, like the mask that people will have of her is of this woman with an amazing voice who sings well and then screams with the best of them. But in this, she's calm, she's dancing, she's just enjoying herself, and she's making art on the floor, just enjoying herself. I really like this image. I climb into my shell, I lick my wounds, I calm down. I like how the licking my wounds plays off the imagery of the wolves that have been throughout the video. I think Remmington hit the nail on the head. I'm not adding too much. Let's keep going.
Man, it's like every song we're listening to is like the same thing. Okay, for those of you who have not been keeping up, maybe this is your first time on the channel. First of all, welcome. You are most welcome here. We have a variety of music. Go check it out, but subscribe because we like that, and you get to see all of our stuff. This touches on something that so many things have touched on, and it's this sense that as you start to express yourself, as you start to produce art or just any various forms of expression, there are going to be people who are not going to like it, who are going to criticize, who are going to hate. And it's hard to not fall into the trap of just giving people what they want and losing that sense of being true to your own expression. And where she says right here, you know, like silent, dissatisfied, misunderstood, and proud, biting on my tongue in fear of saying something wrong. It's like, yes, we have a message to share. You have a message to share. You have something to express, something to feel, something to manifest. And not everybody is going to be cool with it or like it or appreciate it. And some people are going to be downright mean about it. But it's yours. And it almost belongs to the world too, whether we like it or not. So make it, share it, express it, manifest it. Because it's human and it's real and it's beautiful.
Should I just go on or jump over the wall and say hello to the sick?
How interesting the way she switches in personality when she becomes overwhelmed. I think is what you see. The big transition from the first half to the second half is she's becoming overwhelmed from the influence of all of the people trying to make their way into her life. She's like, my circle of old friends is getting smaller. I really don't want any new ones, and they just keep coming. They just keep banging on my door. They just keep wanting to be here in my life. But my batteries are low and I need to recharge. And she becomes overwhelmed and just kind of loses it.
Yeah, lashes out.
Yeah.
I mean, it really just... Man, the way that she just switches those vocals, like... This time, so in the last song that we did, it was just very clear cleans, and then very clear, like, distinct line between her cleans and her screams. Here, like, her cleans build into the screams.
Yes.
And it crescendos into that, so you still have a lot of the vocalization in that first, like, where she says, like, I'm not sure I even want any more, right? Or I want new ones. And there's just like, boom. just such intensity and power, you know? It reminds me of when Disturbed did that version of Sound of Silence, right? And you have this very slow, calm, emotional build, and then just this punch of like, boom. And this is what real life feels like. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not all just like, oh, hello, Mr. Robot. You know, this is how it feels like sometimes. Like, this is too much. I need to get in my fortress. I need to calm down, like, do some pictures. But then it tries to come in the fortress. It's like, blacka time. I'm not saying like it's blacka time. But, you know what I mean? Like, just emotionally speaking, it just accelerates. And we feel that. We explode sometimes, you know? And the way that she portrays this is really excellent.
Yeah, I mean, everything builds up slowly and then all at once. And that's how a lot of things feel. Feels that way when you're, say you're running. You feel pretty good. And then you slowly start to feel yourself get tired, and then all of a sudden, bam. All right, I'm done. I'm going home now.
I told you that happened to me the other day, right? When I was recovering from a surgery, I was like, I finally had what I thought was a decent night's sleep. And I wake up and I'm like, oh, today's a good day. Next minute, I know I'm exploding at somebody. And then I go outside and like start having a panic attack. I'm like, I'm not okay. I need to calm down. Like, which was such a contrast from 5 minutes before, where I'm like, I've got this. I've totally got this. And then I didn't have it. Anyway, yeah, that happened.
All right, let's talk about the song, and then we can watch the credits.
Okay, that was really, really cool. We had that at the beginning, right? She comes in, she adjusts the white wolf.
Yeah.
And she comes in, she has this like quiet time turned into a meltdown. And then at the end, and then she kind of calms down from that. And then at the end, the black wolf kind of gets off a little bit. You know, and the thing is, it's not like good and evil per se. Do you know what I mean? It's like the different parts of us in balance. And if one of them gets too out of whack, then we know we're off balance. We got to like fix things a little bit. It's good to have emotions. It's okay to have things like anger or sadness, you know, just like happiness and joy. They're all part of our human experience. And when they're interwoven together, I mean, that's like the whole rainbow of life's experiences. You know what I mean? And just the way they do that, so perfect. This is quickly becoming an artist that I'm probably going to start following quite a bit.
Yeah, I liked how this song played on a lot of elements that I like to think about. We've had songs, BTS has had several songs that reach deeper into philosophy. The one that comes to mind is Shadow, where you're diving into kind of that shadow side of self and how important it is to have that side, but how that side can take over if you're not careful.
And High Ren is the song that was really coming to mind for this one.
Yes, because High Ren, you have the light, like hopeful side of him, the darker, like you couldn't be there without me side of him, and then you have the
person caught in the middle,
the person that's like, okay, I'm integrating these sides of myself.
Yeah.
And the constant balancing act that it is to try to fix those sides was illustrated beautifully with those images, those wolves, the dark wolf and the white wolf. Gotta line these two up and keep them balanced. And then something goes wrong and one of them comes off balance. It's okay. Let me step back and do this again.
Right. Let's try again.
But that was a fun song. I enjoyed the song. I enjoyed the build-up. I enjoyed the elements that she was talking about. And I enjoyed her mastery of so many different vocal techniques.
Oh my goodness. Yes, she is. Yeah.
Like, she starts the song with a very nice, just kind of pretty head voice and slowly starts switching vocal types throughout the verses until she's in that scream that just does not seem right coming from her. It doesn't look like something you'd go, I expect that from you. You expect to hear that from like some super grunged out dude band, and then she does it and you're just like, it's so impactful.
Yeah.
Because she's able to do that and sing in so many different vocal styles. Wow.
I think that's it. Because you listen to some of these bands, right? And that's like all they do.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you hit the nail on the head when you said impactful. It's impactful because it fits into her overall message, and it demonstrates the range of human emotion. Not just like 1 hour of rah, 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 but like, here I'm singing, here's my kind of desperate singing, here's my like, oh, I found my happy place, and here's I'm having a meltdown.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to walk along that whole spectrum essentially, and yeah, it's impactful. It hits because you set up the contrast and the terrain.
Yeah.
And
it plays beautifully with the lyrics in this song, turning molehills into mountains. I feel the pressure building. Should I just go on? Or should I jump over the wall and say hello to the sick, sick world?
Blacka time!
And you can tell she's really losing it, and her vocal style impacts the words in such a way, or influences the words in such a way as to make oh yeah, I've had a meltdown. Yeah, it feels like that. And yeah, you wonder if you're freaking out over something you shouldn't freak out over. And a lot of times you probably are, and you may know that.
Mm-hmm.
Does it matter in the moment?
You can freak out anyway.
Not really.
Yeah.
Not really. And that's something I really like about this song. She's having an internal turmoil and just wants to be home and calm down and recharge her batteries. Just let me be.
Yeah, I mean, I want to point... Thank you for being here, guys. Subscribe if you haven't. But I want to point you to 2 songs. One is Hi Ren, and the other one is Billie Eilish's Why Am I Here?
What was I made for?
That one. I don't know. Anyway, What Was I Made For? Both those songs and this one together, I feel like are the trifecta of this theme that we're talking about today. So anyway, jump into it, and we'll see you guys next time.
And if there's more to talk about after these credits, we'll talk about it.
Oh yeah, post-credit scene. Yes. 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 Peace, love, and harmony.